are you? Craft time. We're jumping in hot and heavy. How you doing? Doing my tagging. I think I'm having setting issues. Yep. Of course, I'm having issues. I always have issues, don't I? All right, waiting for this to come back. Come on. Hi. All right. Remember the rules from last night. Timer. 10 minutes. We might not get 10 minutes. All right, I'm going to reboot the hub. Of course, this is going to happen when I'm trying to do a video. Well, in the meantime, slowly get started. Yep. All right, we're going to get there this time. So cute buddies under me. Ivy's nearby. The kids are being mostly good. Alrighty, here we go. We're jumping in. Timer's ticking. So we have 10 minutes. So I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm also trying to figure out timelines a little bit. I'm coming on a little earlier because I've been really shifting around my evening schedule in preparation. So I haven't quite said it online, but someone beat me to it about my big news. Is yes, I'm getting a new job. Woohoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I got 14, and then 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. Okay, so I'm setting tonight's goal to at least get this started. So here we go. That way I have my pile separated. So the next step is hole punching. So we're going to get to that very shortly. Anyways, so yes, a friend of mine was like, congratulations on the new job. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So yes, yeah, that's the big secret I've had for a couple days now. Since late Friday is, yes, I received an offer for a new job. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to say too much about it for too many reasons. But I had a quick rinse before I came down, and I was like, you know what could I talk about in tonight's video? Because I don't want to talk about the new stuff and the current stuff. Too many reasons. But it did prompt me to have a general discussion about, hey, like, jobs in general, past jobs I've had. I had dinner in my mouth, apparently. I've had a few. The last time I quit a job for, like, a real, 9-to-5-er type thing, was 2018, twice. The last one was a real estate office that I didn't enjoy. It was a 3-month thing, and it was like, you know what, it's just not for me. And I went from there to what I'm currently doing. So that was a bit of a backdrop on that. Prior to that, and that one was like a quick, hey, I'm quitting, I'm done the end of the week kind of thing, whatever. So I wasn't happy there. Now, previous to that, I worked at a company for like 5.5 years, a good long run. And yeah, like, again, another one of these, hey, obviously anytime we quit a job, it's because it's not working for us. There's something going on. It's not giving us what we need, whether it's financial, other benefits, other compensations, or even just happiness, We have to do what's best for us at times. So, like, I was in the shower, I had the phrase in my head. It's like, I broke up with my boss yesterday. In a sense, yeah, it is. I came into work and, settled down with, hey, this is happening. I'm going in 2 weeks kind of thing. Yeah, because the previous one, I did the previous main job I did 2 weeks, and I did train somebody, And I don't know if the person lasted. I don't. Well, obviously they didn't, because I found out after the role I had, they could not fulfill it. They tried, they tried, they tried. Finally was like, outsource it. So, yeah. Which I think is funny. They had to outsource it. I was that good at it, honestly. I really was. So, live and learn. Life is life. And I think I was nicer then when I quit. I actually wrote a nice letter. I designed the envelope because I was into arts and crafts, obviously, at the time. I don't know. I guess I just had a little more compassion. I don't know. Age and life experiences can really make a shift in things. Now it's like, hey, I'm doing it. I'm going. Anyway. So other than that, what can I talk about? Because that's been the biggest thing going on. Today was mighty interesting. I'm not telling you. If you want to know more about it, yeah, feel free to shoot me a message or whatever. Let me know if you want to hear more. And actually, if you want to apply for my current role, apparently they're hiring. I can send the job out if you actually interested. It's a pretty good role if you're looking for a part-time gig with the fun of you kind of do your own thing. You got your own homework, like say not homework, but do research, make connections with vendors. Like it has that fun aspect that I do really like. It's just I reached the point where it's no longer the right fit for me currently, financially anyway. So I got something stuck in my mouth. Yay. Probably where my hole in my mouth is with my broken teeth. Yeah. So hopefully I can now afford dental. Soonish. Hopefully. Anyway, so yeah, like it has its positives to it has positives, the existing one, but it just if I say too much, it's just going to create more negativity than I've already had in the past several months. So, yeah. Again, hey, if you want a private conversation about it, I have no problem with that. It's just, yeah, it's time. I had more thought in the shower, and I get in the shower and I don't have any ideas to talk about. Hold on. I know, sorry, I pulled stuff out of my mouth. I did think about when I worked at the call center one for 5.5 years. The VPs and some of the directors, only some, they really liked me. I did it really well. Again, that's another one where I'm really good on give me my own realm. I can excel at it. And that's the thing. So. And that was that one. They said they felt better when they knew I was working. And that was a really cool compliment that I received from them. Remember one time, so the company I worked for, we went from relatively decent sized small company, meaning healthcare provider. We had probably like 5 or 6 offices across the province. Yeah, like relatively, yeah, it was a good size. I was at head office. That's when I started there. When I left there, there was like at least 12 across the country offices, and a lot of changes, and they grew really fast and that. So I got to see a lot of the growth. We moved twice actually. We moved to a bigger facility, and then we ended up moving upstairs in the building. So it's kind of cool for our department anyway. So it's pretty cool. Where am I getting at with this? So yeah, they grew really, really fast, and our department went from overall there's 10 of us to like 30 or 40 at least when I left. So it's like, holy crap, like lots of growth and stuff happening and adventures and that. So at one point, we had a director who was overseeing our department. She was really great. Loved her. And part of, at the time, she was doing a review on the department. So she was interviewing a number of us, not everyone, but I guess a number of the key players in the department, because I was one of the key players, and to find out, hey, what's working, what isn't, what can we do for better. And I was looking forward to this. I'm like, come on, talk to me, yeah, because I have a lot to say. So she finally contacted me one night, and this is like at 1 or 2 in the morning. Oh my god. So that's the thing, like, because I was doing night shift. She had the respect of, call me when I'm working, not when I'm not working, kind of thing. And we were on the phone for like maybe almost 2 hours. Like, we had a really good, candid chat about a lot of stuff. And, I told her, hey, oh, now my alarm's going. It's been 10 minutes, but I gotta continue the story. Give me a sec. Let me poke this out. 10 minutes is up. So she and I had a really great chat. And, I gave her the full rundown. It's like, look, I've been here for at least a couple of years. I'm one of the, senior members at this point, which is kind of hilarious. And, one of the key things I brought up that I will still always remember is, it's like, because at the time, we all kept being told there's no pay increases, or the rates with the funder with OHIP, which is Women's CCAC at the time, the rates are frozen, we can't get raises, maybe the next negotiation. So there's always this excuse of there's never going to be any raises, kind of thing. So, and it frustrated a lot of workers, because it's like, come on, like, we're working our butts off. Like, something. So I brought up hey, look, it's not necessarily that I'm jumping on the bandwagon, I'm jumping off the bandwagon, but I'm bringing up the topic that everybody brings up. It's like, here's my 2 cents. There are some workers here who have worked here for more than 5 years. There's some people here who really work hard. Please, figure out something, because how are you going to keep them, And they didn't keep them, actually. They ended up leaving, and I know who they are. So I brought up that, yes, I'm on par with, we all want a raise, yes, but please, can you figure out something for those who do deserve it? So, because I said that, which is a bit of a ballsy thing, instead of doing that, we want a raise, no, like, I gave a very intelligent, hey, like, there are some people here who really, really work hard, deserve it. So, whatever I said from that, 2-hour meeting, did something. I forget how long later, because I don't remember the dates. This has been freaking years ago. She called me up one day. So my shift would start, I think. Oh yeah, another thing I brought was like, hey, like, at some point, if you're ever going to consider adding a second person at night, would be kind of a good idea, because it gets super lonely here. Like, I'm doing okay, but it's like, yeah, no, there is something about working overnights by yourself for years in. It does something to somebody. Like, yeah. And actually, they actually implemented having 2 people, which is cool. Anyway, cool, but not cool. All right. But after that meeting, I don't know how long later. I couldn't tell you, because this is years ago. So my shift would start at 9, because I would work like 9 till 6, Monday to Friday. Meaning 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. generally. I was tired, it was a lot. And I don't live in the area, too, so it's like, ooh. And I crashed on the highway twice, ooh. Anyway. So, I come in for 9, because she knows I come in at 9. She called me, and she's like, hey, just want to give you a quick call and let you know that, we're talking with HR, and we're give us a couple weeks, we're going to give you a raise. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. No, really, we are. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. It was like, because she's trying to tell me I gotta treat it seriously. I'm like, because like I just dressed as like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Thanks for the thought, but like, and then turns out, yeah, like within a week, I get this letter from HR, and it was like, holy cow, it was a pretty good freaking raise. It was one of these, but it was like all those shoes stuff like, don't tell anybody. I'm like, all right. I get this letter and I'm like, holy crap, they're serious. Like, it was like, oh my god, I actually got like a really good freaking raise. And I had benefits with this company too, actually, just a note. So, anyway, so it's like, Holy, I want to swear right now. It was like, it was. I think that's what delayed me from quitting for a few years because I got this really awesome raise. Yeah, so, yeah. And, did I keep it a secret? Well, no. When I talked about, there's some people here who've worked here a very long time and who deserve something. She's a good friend of mine, and we're still pretty good friends. We don't see each other as much as we used to be. I'm chaotic, and yeah, I'm not great at maintaining relationships outside the crafter mass here. I gotta work on that. Anyway, well, but we do keep in contact. I gotta message her because I haven't told her about my new job yet. Um, she's a really good friend. So I contacted her. I'm like, you're not gonna believe it. Like, I got a raise. And I'm like, I hope you got one too. Like, to let her know that apparently there are some raises around. At least I'm getting a raise. Please, I hope you're getting one too. She didn't, apparently, according to what she told me. Which sucks. But she took it well. She's like, I'm so glad you're getting one. Because she knows freaking how hard I work there. Handling all the nighttime crap that I deal with. So she was so happy to hear that I got one because it's like, yeah, I deserve something. Especially with I'm the primary person working nights. Come on, people. Like, I'm handling crisis calls, emergency calls, people dying. Like, come on here. So there's the story time for the night. Anyway, so yeah, I tend to rock where I go, and again, I'm trying not to say a lot right now because too much political nonsense, to be honest. But yeah, that's kind of how I am. And when things aren't rocking, it's time for me to go, is really the gist of it. So, and that's been the theme this year, especially financially. In some ways, it's tied into the application I put in for something that didn't work out. And it's like, fine, I can live with that. It didn't work out. Do I have questions about it? Well, of course I do, but I'm moving past it. Especially now, I'm really moving past it because, hey, maybe it wasn't for me, and that's fine. And I think, looking back, it probably really wasn't for me. There's too many flags and stuff's happening there. All the best to them. Hope, they made the right choice. Do I think they did? I don't know. I think in the short term, they may have made the choice that they thought was good. I think the long term might not work so well, but that's just my bias. But other than that, I gotta go where I feel I need to go. And it's time. So, yeah, I'm excited. I really am. I'm looking forward to what's new, looking forward to what's up, looking forward to new things, looking forward to put my life back together because I've had to put a lot of things. I know I seem like I haven't. I know I seem like everything's freaking great here. Not usually. That whole work hard, play hard kind of thing. We're big about that because we jump into major projects and we do, but it's just the last few years it's been harder to do that. And our last major project, but well-meaning, is the Doodles. He was here. Not anymore. Where'd he go? He was under me. That was some. One moment. Having a choke moment. Had one of my favorite dinners, and now it's fighting with me. But yeah, I just want to say, we get into some crazy big projects here and there. That's why I'm sure certain people here who, like to think negative about me, if they're still watching, hi. I'm sure they're going to say, like, I'm full of it or whatever. But no, it's. Where am I going with this? I lost my train of thought. It seems like I'm okay. Financially, other things. Like, spiritually, I'm doing a lot better now. Financially, that's the change. But on the financial aspect, I probably seem like I have it all together. I don't. Most people don't. Come on. But it's sorting out priorities, and we took a big jump a year and a half ago with getting Buddy. And the reason for that is we needed a fuzzy child again. And I'm so glad we did. And part of that fuzzy child journey was we've always talked for years that when Toby would be no longer with us, we would get 2 dogs. That was always the plan, to get 2. So financially, it's been a strain on us to get by because, the plan initially was intended on not the way things are these days. But all in all, it's something that, even though I've had to seriously budget and figure stuff out the past, year and a half, and then of course with not Toby, with Buddy's one thing, but then Ivy was more, we were going to wait longer to get her, but when you're looking at pictures of dogs and you just see the one, yeah, and I'm so glad I have them. I'm gonna start crying. I freaking love these kids. They are my life. They are absolutely precious. I'm just looking to put the scraps away. Oops. As I break everything. Yep. Okay, I gotta make sure Buddy's not here to eat all my stuff. Oh boy, I think I might have broke it. I'll find it in a moment. Alright, well, let's learn how to put the paper trimmer back together. It's in pieces now. Anyway, so yeah, me having my cry moment right now. Yeah. No, it might be okay. So, let's see, let's find out. Anyway, but yeah, it's having Buddy and Ivy in our lives has been, oh, there we go, has been such a blessing that I'm so glad we did, even though timing wasn't great, but we needed them in our lives. And thank you, puppies, for being part of our lives. It's brought me so much joy. It's happiness, energy, yeah, there's moments where I'm like, I'm exhausted from the puppy energy, but it's also, it keeps us youthful, young, going, and focused with the love and compassion that these dogs have. So, yeah. And I bust my butt to make sure they have what they need the past year and a half. That I've had to let go a lot of things I wanted to do to ensure my fuzzy children are well taken care of. So, this past few days since Friday night has been super emotional for me. Going through this journey. Journey of happiness, grief, all this stuff in my head. Talking with family, friends. Allowing myself to feel all this emotion. Like, my mom asked me a really big question yesterday because yesterday I went in and gave my notice at work, and last night I talked to my mom, and she asked me, do I have any regrets? I don't. And that's what made it easier. When I quit the overnight job, I was terrified of what's next. I wanted to get out of there. I was tired of overnights. Health-wise, it was not working for me. I was terrified. And I was excited about something new. But at the time, when I went into the real estate office, it was a job that I just knew it didn't fit right. You know what I mean? I took it because I needed to move on to something else. But it was not the right choice. And I knew, from day one, when I started that new job, I'm like, oh my God, this is not for me. Although this time around, it's fascinating to feel there's that fear and anxiety of starting something new and having to learn whole new stuff. But it's also fun, too. For me, it's fun. But I'm walking into this with my mind of, I'm excited. I'm happy. I feel so much relief to be able to move on to something else now. And that makes the world a difference right now, I think. It's made this decision feel good to know that I'm not regretting it. There is no regrets versus CTG. I was CTG. Now I said the name of the other place. Oops, the nickname for it. Habits. That's how I'm so comfortable talking. I'm actually saying names. I don't normally say names. That big place. I questioned myself for a long time after. Should I have left? Should I go back? Yeah, I really did thought, should I go back? And I'm like, I can't, because I'd be starting over again, and I'd be on the crappy shifts, and then that way, the way the place was changing, it was like, this is not for me anymore. Yeah, so that's a little insight to what I'm going through this week. So with that in mind, I have a lot to sort out next couple weeks, and more. Going back to full time, which I've been wanting for a long time, just for so many reasons. Like, yeah, my current hours are okay, but it's not working for me. So I am excited. No regrets. Yeah. And I think part of that, now feeling that with myself, is my maturity. I'm growing up. I'm not a young kid anymore. I'm not an old kid anymore. I'm not an old kid yet. But that feeling much more confident myself versus afraid to trust myself, my instinct, and what I want to do. Because I think that's what happened before, was I was afraid. And then when this job I started them right now, I was so terrified when I went in my first day. I was so freaking nervous. I'm like, I can't do this. I kept telling myself, I cannot do this. And I went there and I was so freaking mouse and quiet, like, I don't know what to do. I'm so scared. And I've grown. Now it's like, in a couple weeks from now, I'll be walking in like, hey, I'm excited. Nice to meet you, everybody. I want to meet my team. I want to hang out with my boss. I want to hang out with everybody there. So, I've really freaking grown with myself. And a lot of that growth came from me doing this, direct sales, these videos. This is something I don't normally get that we don't get from a workplace, unless we're in a role where we're more in front of people all the time. This is something that the last almost 3.5 years of doing this direct sales really taught me: be myself, trust myself, just do this, be happy, enjoy, have fun. Don't worry about the mistakes, as long as it's a little minor mistake. Obviously, don't make big mistakes, but own up to my errors. Have fun. And through that, I think I became more confident in my day job. I became more, okay, so when I'm faced with a scenario where it's no black and white answer, pick a direction and own it and go with it. That's something that prior to doing direct sales, I would be terrified. And that's something that with my senior boss, I think we had that issues a few times where he wants me to take initiative and I was just too terrified to do so. And I finally did, but I think, never mind. No comment on that. No, that's why I'm not trying to, paint a negative picture. I'm sure people are going to think I have a negative opinion. Well, maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I think for my own growth, I need something new. I need a place where I can grow, I can do more, I can shine. Because, yeah. So there. Because right now that's not happening. Or at least it's not happening to what I was hopeful for. And, yeah. And my tears lately is freaking relief. Like, I've been... when you feel stuck for a while? And you feel like you're really going to be stuck? Although, I will say, some months ago, me doing a lot of, self-care and my own self-help, I came to the realization that although I'm stuck at the time, I will not be stuck forever. And I keep telling myself that. And then here we are. I actually am moving forward. So I think with that really helped me carry through the last so long. And it gave me relief that really surprised me. But I think there was always that doubt in the back of my mind that I don't know when that's going to happen. But part of the relief in that sense of telling myself, I'm stuck now, but I will not be stuck forever. It's kind of knowing this will pass. This negativity, the situation I'm in that where I feel stuck. But there's that part of me that was like, maybe it won't. Or maybe it's going to take another few more years. Like, there was that hard to believe aspect of knowing I will be unstuck. And where I've been off and on crying for days of momentary happiness crying is I finally got here where I will not be stuck. I'm gonna start crying. So I really need a good cry. I've been doing that for days. I gotta keep talking here because I'm in this mode. I gotta talk tonight because I've been holding this since Friday. For example, I went on Sunday to go see a customer of mine for Stampin' Up, and I'm driving to Burlington, and I went to Scenic Route. So I was gonna be a few minutes late, but I'm like, you know what, it should be fine. We're pretty good. So I was going to Scenic Route, and I had to take the Scenic Route. I'm driving down, and I'm like, I gotta take the Scenic Route because this one section of road comes down the escarpment into Burlington, and I'm not gonna say where because I'm not telling you my special spot, but it's a moment where I'm coming down this hill to the one highway, and I see the lake, and I love water, I just love the lakes, oceans, just. What's that hiccup? Yeah, there's a hiccup. So I love the water, and I see the lake, and it was a beautiful morning. Like the sun shining, it had that nice morning sun glow, and I started bawling, crying, driving. That it's something that makes me so happy, which somehow psychologically tied into I'm finally able to move past this stuck feeling. And it was so good to see this lake driving down to Burlington, and it was so freaking awesome. Yeah. So, there we go. A little insight to what I'm going through. So with that and all, now that you know, I have a new job coming up. What's going to happen here? That's a great question. I'm still going to be your Stampin' Up demo. There's no question about that. I'm still doing this. I love this. This part of me in my life really helped me become who I am. It probably helped me become more better I am with job applications, be more assertive, confident myself, go, 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 go. So with that in mind, I got a lot to figure out. It's funny, actually. The timing of this is so funny. So our team challenge of the month is write out our goals, Stampin' Up goals for the new year. Because October is the new calendar year for Stampin' Up. And my goal, when I wrote it, beginning of October, is stay the course. Because in the slightly lengthier version, which is not too lengthy, was because I'm dealing with this stuck feeling in my life. Yes, I'm still doing Stampin' Up. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I have things in place where I'm doing the weekly videos, the daily visit videos. I do some vendor events. I have classes. I'm doing all this stuff. But I want to do more. But there's something else in my life that's holding me back from doing it. So the stay the course was continue what I'm doing while I work on fixing that stuck feeling, which I did. And when I'm unstuck, be totally ready to pivot. And here we are. We're here. So I actually wrote like a freaking novel about what I'm going through, what I'm looking for. Because one of the questions she asked was, what do I need from her? And I'm like, I just need a friend right now with this life stuck thing I'm going through. That, yeah. So, sure enough, here we are. I'm moving on to something else next month. And it's like, holy crap. Like, it's like, I finally embraced my situation with feeling stuck, acknowledge what it is, and move forward with making a plan. And what's funny is I actually made a plan in September. Something clued into me in September, and I'm like, that's it. That's the answer to what I'm looking for. Which, ironically, is not what I'm getting into for the new job. It's like, oh, okay. Like it's one of these. I have a plan, but I'm open to other things. So, yeah, it's just funny that. And then I started active on that plan that I had in mind, and now it's like it's interesting. It takes action. Maybe I read something somewhere. I think it's silly, but the way it's been the last, 4 or 5 days made me think maybe there's something to it, which is, well, I was reading a book about golf. Why? I don't know. I feel like it. Hey, golf and psychology really go together. Anyway, so it's talking about, and this is like a great life lesson for certain things. It talked about, when you're, now mind you, I know nothing of golf. Let me clarify that. About when you hit your ball with your swing and all that. Part of what helps you succeed is actually visualize your goal, and you're more likely to succeed than if you don't. And I thought it was freaking silly, but I'm like, no, I see the merit in it. I see how it can be useful, but it's like, yeah, but that's not alone how you succeed, but I'm sure it helps. So I think with the past month or so, I finally had a vision of what I want to do and where I want to go and what kind of thing I want to do. Mind you, it didn't quite go that way, but that's fine. But because I had a vision, everything came together. And that type of meaning actually pertains to direct sales. So let me clarify. Yeah, by having a specific goal defined with steps, we are more likely to succeed with that goal versus a generic goal of, I'm going to craft today. Okay, well, what am I going to craft? What am I going to accomplish today? How many am I going to get done? Having, like, even like me doing these tonight, having a predetermined set goal, mind you, I'm not going to reach my goal tonight, but that's fine, helps move me forward towards that goal kind of thing. So it's fascinating. So with direct sales, by knowing your ideal customer and actually defining who they are and what they do and what their interest is, full-fledged, define this person so much that you can visualize them. You have a name for them. I've heard that, and I haven't done that yet, but I don't have a name for mine. I haven't figured it out yet. That I know who I'm looking for. That way, if I'm at a vendor event or something, I can spot that type of person and be like, I gotta talk to them versus the 10 other people who are not interested. So, the golf psychology plus direct sales psychology and all that, it actually makes sense. Visualize your goal and follow that vision. And here I am. I'm on to better things. So, yeah, that's my insight after, 40 minutes in, where that's what I'm going through. So, right now, even though I'm trying 10-minute videos, which is not working, obviously, but no, I will work towards it. It's just this whole, I'm going through so much changes. Mind you, I might not do the 10-minute thing, but we'll see. It's a temporary experiment. But with that in mind, because, hey, I wrote my Stampin' Up! Goals, and now I gotta rewrite them. But I'm gonna rewrite them in a couple months. I'm gonna, like, you know what? The whole pivot thing makes sense. That whole, I said in my goals that when I get unstuck, be ready to pivot, and here we are. So it's definitely going to change things and how I do things every day, every week, whatever, because I'm going from, part-time schedule to full-time schedule. There is the beginning burnout of learning all new stuffs and, different energy. So, and of course, schedule changes too. So my hours are different than my current. So it means I'll be getting home a little later at night, which is no problem actually. But it does mean what's my evening routine. I come home, the doodles, dinner, etc., etc., etc. So my Thursday videos time will change. I'm pondering some ideas, and part of my recent schedule changes at home here is even nighttime with the doodles. It's dark at night. I'm taking them out a little earlier. Feeding time is still about the same, but it's also just, you know, figuring out the right balance between myself, my partner, my doodles, family. So that's where I think for a while there, the 7 o'clock video time, it was a nice idea, but it wasn't really working. You know what I mean? And then it was like, hurry up and get off the videos. So I can go do the doodles, and then it makes my night feel longer. So the intention is later at night, kind of like me doing these sessions. I'm realizing this works so much better for me later at night. It's just I gotta, you know, get a little more self-control on timing. The social media posts, I do a lot ahead of time. I'm considering of changing the structure again. I just don't know what exactly. Because I'm personally bored with the program stuff. So if I'm bored with it, maybe a lot of people are. I don't have. If I'm not enthusiastic, obviously you're not gonna see my enthusiasm in it. So I gotta think on that. I gotta come up with some new stuffs. I did a recent training thing with Oxano, and it's kind of helped see things a little different. I already know the information, but by being reminded of it again helped me kind of do it. And in the last couple of days, I've been not intentionally playing with their techniques, but somehow their techniques seeped into what I'm saying online, and it works. So I gotta work on all that stuff. So plus, you know, personal life, get other things organized. So I'm going through a major transition, and I'm excited. I am really excited. Alrighty. So hi eyeballs, how are ya? Feel free to say hi. You can catch the replay if you want after with all the babble I had about, you know, psychology and life and jobs and stuff. I get so used to talking to myself when I'm by myself here. I'm like, oh wait, there's someone watching. Hi. Anyway, I'm just working on the truck, the trailer stuff. I'm not doing my goals for this very well this week, but I will plan to catch up on the weekend because I'm going to have to, because time is ticking on this project. It is what it is, and that's fine. And with that, I'm probably going to log off soon because, yeah, I should log off soon. I want to chill, work on a little more of this, and then, yeah, call it a night. It is what it is. So, yeah, lots going on, friends. But it'll be awesome. Usually is. And another thing to note is, you know, with more financial security coming up hopefully soon, it helps with, I can do a little more with Stampin' Up. I can do a little more with my projects, my trailer. Trailer's not actually complete. I know it seems like it is, but it's not. There's more involved that we want to do to it. It's just we got, you know, a really good go far enough, and then it's like, okay, we need to stop, pivot, work on some other things that we need to focus on financially. So I'm excited for New Year once the warm weather spring hits. Get the trailer back on the road because right now it is back in storage. Easy access though. I mean, I can always pull it out anytime now, but it's also, we also intend, it's like, nah, we're not intending on doing too much with the trailer until after winter, just for, you know, overall, unless I have a need. So would I want to do more vendor events? Heck yeah. I reached a point where, yeah, I need to, you know, carefully line out my schedule for the holiday season. But yeah, lots of new changes. Hi, eyeballs. There's two of you. Do I know you? Do you know me? Are you a friend or foe? Sometimes I wonder who's watching. Anyway. I'm excited. I really am. So what I'm doing right now, because I don't even describe this, I'm just coloring the letter create in this with a pink pencil, because that's just kind of what I feel right now. Anyway, I really should wrap this up, but I like to talk. I really do. Doing this at night has become therapy for me more than I realize. It allows me to talk about what's on my mind. share things, share my day if there's anything noteworthy to share. I got totally rained on this morning. That was fun. Yeah, it was kind of nice though. It wasn't too bad. But the doodles weren't too bad in the rain. They, you could tell they didn't like it, but they didn't, they weren't miserable. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm all psychology talked out. Hey, I love psychology. I really do. I do major in psychology. I find it fascinating how people think and do things. Sometimes I read a little too much, and sometimes I'll look at a scenario and be like, I wonder if there's a trigger there. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, there's something there. It's fun to see sometimes what gets a reaction. Anyway. Alrighty. Well, with that all said and said and said and said and said, I said a lot of things tonight. I'm gonna go. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we will see you tomorrow. Oh, something happened with my watch. Oh, I got my October challenge. Woo! Yeah, no, that was a good distraction. Oh, hey, Elaine. I'll stay up for a little while longer. I spent the last 45 minutes talking, psychology. And I said the big news, new job, talked a bit about past jobs and quitting. And, I did a lot of talking tonight. I'll rehash a little bit. I talked a little bit about actually feeling this time around more confident, happy with myself. And a lot of that confidence really came from doing these videos in direct sales and all that. So feel free to catch the replay if you want. If not, it's all good. I gotta start learning to keep these a little shorter, but you can tell I really enjoy doing this. Anyway, yeah. I even told the story of when I was driving down to see you on Sunday. I actually started crying driving down because of relief and excitement and relief from feeling stuck the past so long. And it was because I saw the lake, and I love water, so it's like I saw the lake and I'm like, I'm so happy. I'm crying. I'm really excited. Oh my god. Now I got super quiet for a moment. I had a thought. I'm like, do I say it? Do I not say it? Hey, there's 3 eyeballs. Hi. 3 sets of eyeballs. The other people are being quiet. Anyway. Oh no, we lost visual. How far am I in referral cards? Not that far. Seriously. Hey, Evelyn. Hey. Not far at all. Seriously. Last night, I didn't even finish any. Last night was just prep to get this far with the pieces. Yeah, so I am really not doing well with my daily goal. Oh, hey, Amanda. We got some people watching. Woo! I was going to wrap this up, but okay, I'll stay on a little longer, okay? Anybody have any questions? I've been talking for like 50 minutes about psychology, and I don't feel like going in circles about it, so you can catch the replay if you want. I answered Elaine's questions. How far am I in referral cards? Not that far. I probably have like maybe 40 done. 40 or 50. Yeah, so I'm not making good progress. And I'm glad I didn't decide to do my Halloween project this week, because that would not have been a good idea. But yeah, people, come on, any questions? Or I gotta come up with a new topic to talk about in the short. I keep looking up because... So let me explain my setup, actually. That way you understand why I keep looking up at times. So, this is my desk. This here is a camera. You can't see it on the screen. So I have a camera here, I have a camera there. This is my laptop. Hi. And then I have up there a TV screen that has the Facebook port. So this side is my streaming software. Up there is the Facebook window. And because like for YouTube watchers, I do this on Facebook. Anyway, so the comments are up there. Yeah. Okay, so Evelyn caught the 2 escaped huskies. Well, that's awesome. I hope the huskies are relatively being good pups. Well, I'm glad you caught them. Elaine saying, can see it now, and all-nighter coming up. Yeah, probably on the weekend. Yeah, so, because not so much during the week. But we'll see. I don't know. But yeah, there might be an all-nighter. Yeah, because ideally, if I can get this done by Sunday, Monday, I should be good. But I still have to put all these into the packets. That's still the remaining final step. I should show the packets, but I'm not going to pull them out. They're buried away right now, so. Because I need to drop these off by probably next Wednesday or Thursday. Because I did talk with the lady to find us some timeline. So I'll be the night before finishing, I bet, for the day I dropped them off. So, I mean, unless stuff changes and I don't work for the next week or so, but no, I don't see that happening currently. It's like I'm helping with some training and stuff. So, unless somehow I'm not there, then I have more free time to get these done. But I'm not hoping on it because personally, I like money. Anyway, but yeah, I'm glad I used gray cardstock instead of doing watercolor to these because that would have killed me. I did see something online tonight that made me question. I think this fundraiser might be the last one. And I'm like, oh crap, I want to know because I actually, as much as this project's been such a pain in the butt the past several months, I've really enjoyed it. And I've actually thought about, should I do this again for next year? So I read on a message board online, someone who is from Milton, moved away, come back kind of thing. She registered for the event. She picked up her tickets today. She must have had a chat with the lady. And supposedly, this is the last one. And it's like, really? And I think that might be true because when I met with the lady, there was discussion about she's having difficulty selling tickets for this time. Like last year was 300 tickets and she didn't sell them all. This year is 250. And it sounds like she hasn't sold them all. Actually, I have my tickets here. I'm curious, what number am I? Because it's not based on when you register, it's based on your tables. But it does give an insight to, what's maybe going on. So, I'm table 14. And my 3 tickets from my friends is 107, 108, and 109. So, yeah, that kind of suggests that's 100 tickets that would have been claimed, hopefully. So, kind of makes you wonder, eh? And then it looks like they rehashed some of the stuff from last year to kind of get by. But I'll show you my tickets. So there's 107, 108, 109. Because I'm going with 2 friends. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, it's like now that I'm on the bandwagon, I want to do this again, this fundraising stuff. So that being said, if that's no more a go, anybody in Halton area, I do prefer Halton personally, if for future fundraisers, I would love to, do more. Hey, I just got a YouTube comment. I'm curious what it is. Although half my YouTube comments are, not happy. Just want to see what the heck it is. I'm trying to refresh my phone. Come on, it's on my computer, but I don't want to flip screens. Alright, is this negativity? Oh, no, it's not a bad one. Learn through the changes. Okay. I'm getting some great comments on YouTube, and I'm also getting some not so great comments on YouTube. Anyway, on my other channel. But yeah, hearing that there might be possibilities of the last fundraiser. Now, this organization, they've been doing it for probably overall nearly 20 years, but this specific fundraiser is 10 years kind of thing for this specific version. So, yeah, it's kind of sad to hear that it's not working. And a lot of it, because she and I were talking about, she's having trouble selling tickets. Not a lot of people are buying this year. Meanwhile, she sees them online going to wine vineyards and having a time of their lives. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, I mean, it is the economy. People have really shifted their priorities to what they have valued with themselves. And it's not that their dinner has no value. It's just maybe it's just not the right fit for this year. Where, yes, it's a fun dinner. It's fun, hang out, do some fundraising, donate some money, buy some raffle prizes and that. But some people, it's not their thing. Or they just, hey, if they had a choice between one or the other, pick what works for them for the season. So it gets complicated. Anyway, so there's more of my babble. But yeah, like even in Hamilton and Lane, if you know something that would love to do what I'm doing here, I would love to find out for next year because I really enjoyed doing this. And I gotta find the next thing to do. Now, it might take me a whole year to find something else because by the time I find something else, I'll be like, I don't have anything. So I have to think about that. It's like, do I pre-prep something to be ready? I think it's better to, back to the whole I talked about vision. Everybody's a critic, like to see them doing all this work. Yeah. Anyway, but back to what I talked about earlier about envisioning the goal so much that you can actually see it. Yeah, it makes sense. So for the next opportunity I get to do something like this, it makes sense to actually know what the fundraiser's for, what they're seeking, the application, all that, before I go out and make it. Yeah, because this has been really fun. So I'm gonna have to do some homework. If it's true, I'm gonna find out if it's true that this is the last dinner. Well, let's make it a good one then for those who are going. And if anybody wants to go, if you're in the area, they're still selling tickets. I could put you in touch with Marge. She's lovely. Yeah, if anybody wants to come out. I know Evelyn and Amanda, you cannot come out. You're a little far. You're down in California. It's all good. And besides, all the animals need you. So, anyway, I know me and my babbly kitty. Hey, I figure I might as well babble before, I'm too busy the next little while. Burned out and tired and sleep. Yeah, I was having a conversation today with someone at work actually. One of the workers. He's a vendor as well. He's a small business as well. He does, and I will show you this stuff, drink coasters and stuff. This one you can tell is well loved. He is Lasers in Wood, Custom Creations. He's down Thorold Ways, Niagara Ways. He makes this stuff. So he does vendor events and that, and we're sharing information from back because he's asking like, what am I doing this season? I'm like, oh, I'm only doing a couple events. I got other things going on. So it was nice that he'll ask me, hey, what are you up to? How's your business? Kind of thing. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I kind of miss that guy actually. I might keep in touch with him. He even does personalized ones too. I'm like, I want a Color the Kitty dual set, but I'm like, I thought of it, and then now that stuff's changing, it's like, yeah, I don't know yet. Promise getting it. I gotta pay for shipping. But I'll think about it. Yeah, I might later on in the future ask. It's like, hey, I want a custom set, Color the Kitty. I think they'll be really good to take to events for my for my drinks at the table or like in the trailer and that to have my own drink coasters. That might be really cool. So I got a set of 4 off of him. I keep 2 at work because I always have like almost always 2 drinks, water and tea or something. So anyway, any questions? I never ask that, and tonight I'm like, I'm asking for questions. Come on, throw me a topic. And there I'm looking at from time to time. But yeah, I will soon go. I know I've said that 10 times now. But even so, here's the other thing. Even when I disconnect the live and upload to YouTube, I'm still doing this for another half hour to an hour anyway, so. And that's just me. And yeah, there's going to be some late nighters coming up. Not quite yet. We'll see. I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Is anybody celebrating Halloween? Cake or pie? Great question. I am a cake person. I love chocolate cake. Like normal chocolate cake, nothing fancy, but really good icing. I don't do nuts, so there's chocolate cake with nuts, I'll pass. But yeah, like I'm not allergic to nuts. I just really don't like nuts. So I tell people like I'm allergic, but even though they don't listen. Yeah, cake. I love. Actually, because we're celebrating, my new adventures. We bought a cake on the weekends. We went to Walmart on Saturday, and well, at least Walmart here has the $6 like little cakes. They're pretty smallish, so we cut it in half and ate half a cake each because they're pretty small. So that was good. He loves carrot cake, lemon pie. Like he's probably more pie than cake, but he's more other interests. He's not big on chocolate. Um, I kind of laugh when I make him have chocolate because he used to work for a chocolate factory. He doesn't like chocolate. I'm okay with fudge. Like I like chocolate fudge. Like the one from Walmart was a chocolate fudge. I do like it a lot. I find like I just like normal cake, with good icing or fudge in it. Um, some places it's like this fancy huge piece of $10 cake when it's just a slice, and I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, more like traditional when it comes to cake. Oh, does it? Death by chocolate. Maybe your Walmart has it. I haven't seen it here, but I haven't looked. Maybe it's not in the $6 range that we have here. Death by chocolate. I'm gonna have to look into that. Oh, that's funny. I'm someone that oh, triple chocolate Hershey something or another. That sounds good too. A little too much chocolate for me, I think. I'm someone so because I've been talking about past jobs and stuff. I worked at. I don't want to totally give it away. This is going way, way back. I worked for a company that was an actual regulatory council in Canada here that looked after something. I'm not gonna say what it is. Anyway, I was only there for like a 6 month contract, and it was fun. But yeah, it was like, yeah, this is not for me, and that's fine. And I wasn't hired on anyway. So, when it was the going away party, because there was me and another lady, we were on the same contract system kind of thing. So they made us cupcakes. So ahead of time, the lady who made those, she asked me, "What do you like?" I'm like, "I love chocolate." Sure enough, they were like lemon cupcakes. I'm like I'm very particular on. I like what I like. That I'll be nice if someone gives me something else. Okay, yeah, I'll smile and nod and thank you. Not lemon, unless it's like orange, I will not do orange at all. It's a long story why. I just will not do orange. But otherwise, it's like I was thinking like I wanted chocolate. I know I sound so silly, but I'm like I like what I like. But it was still nice of them to have a going away party. Even when I left the call center, not so much the management, but a number of workers got together and gave me a going away present. I'll be fair, I don't remember what it is. And a card, which is buried somewhere. I think I filed away somewhere special because it was really nice of them that, they valued that I put 5.5 years into that company. But, yeah. All right, so I got to catch up on the messages. So, Evelyn had it Memorial Day weekend, and the thing is so rich that she can only have one piece. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't like cake that's super rich. It's like, I want to enjoy and eat the cake. I don't want to have, like, all the other stuff. All right, I gotta scroll back. So, where are we here? Evelyn tries to be polite, but... how about my lemon story? Yeah. Anyway. Yes, Evelyn uses talk to text and a lot of her stuff. That's good, funny. But, yeah, no, I tend to try to be nice. And now I got all quiet again, coloring here. But, ladies, thanks for watching tonight. Thanks for coming in after I babbled for a long time. Part of me could do this all night. Seriously. Actually, do you want, shall we do that one of these nights? Pick a night where I'm, like, on here for, like, 2 hours? Saturday night might be better, actually. Friday night, not so much. Saturday, Sardinos are getting a haircut. So I cannot, like, stay up all night. Because I gotta take the doodles for the haircut. But yeah, that might be fun, actually. The following weekend, no, I cannot do that. Because the following weekend, I'm partying at the dinner on the Friday night. And then I'm gonna be, like, a mess Saturday. I'll probably be pretty hungover. So that's something. I don't really drink much. I really, really don't. I'll drink, like, twice a year. Hey, don't worry about getting here earlier. I'm not consistent with the times of these during the rest of the week. And I need to be more consistent, but I'm slowly trying to figure that out. Anyway, but yeah, so I rarely drink. That's something about me. I like alcohol. Don't get me wrong. I love alcohol, but I find I don't enjoy after. Hey, I am in pajama pants. I really am. And a sweater, but a sweater is a sweater, but I try to put at least some clothing on. And I try to make sure I am wearing clothing. That way I don't accidentally mess that up. Yeah, so the alcohol thing. So I like alcohol, but I don't like the hungover, the sicky part. No. And I used to drink a lot more when I was younger. And then the last few times, I found at the time with my stress level, I found alcohol was so much fun to drink as an escapism from the problems. So I would drink way too much. And one of the last few times I drank, I got really sick, like puking and everything. And of course, my poor partner's like, "Why'd you drink so much?" I'm like, "Because I like to drink." Oh, there goes my settings. Let me reboot again. Da 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 da. Letting things come back. Hi, we're almost back. That's going to be my to-do list soon. Get a new hub. Finally get a new hub. Because this one's driving me nuts. Anyway. But yeah, like and of course, as we get older, it gets harder too for drinking than versus us when we're younger. So yeah, but that's the thing. I can go from have a drink to too many. I don't know that in between. And that's where I just, a few years ago, this is before COVID actually, because one of the last few times I got horribly drunk was at my current company Christmas party. I kept drinking table wine. Yeah, if there's table wine, I'm a mess. Anyway, nothing bad happened at the party. It was just I drink. If it's like an open bar kind of thing, and those dinners are, yeah, not a good idea for me. So that being said, I don't drink much, and then over time, with the legalization of certain things, I find that works for me better. So, and I can have that high without having the problems with it, and I'm pretty good about it. So that's where things transition to me. So it's like, since I started doing other things, I don't need to get drunk at all. Like, I'm happy with I don't drink. So, for example, for this upcoming dinner, for the black and white pajama party, yeah, I will be drinking because a friend of mine that's going, she does like her wine. And like, yeah, when it's a social thing, I have no problem with it. I will have a drink. Or a few. Last time I really got drunk. Plus I mixed it with something else. Not this year. Yeah. But I was pretty much a mess the next day. Yeah, I love ginger ale. My favorite drinks, now I'm going to talk about drinks now. I used to love, and I probably would still drink it, but it's been so long. Tequila Rose. Oh my god. That was one that I love. So I still have some here. It's probably not even open, and I've had it for years. Yeah. And that was one that I wouldn't have a shot of it. I'd get a glass and get like 3 or 4 shots in it and just drink it. Like, that was one. And it's actually really good. If you want to cut it, put it with milk or cream or something. I think it was cream, I think, to help work it out a little better. So that was one that I loved. And then when we were doing the events in Toronto, we had a really good bartender, and she introduced me to Sicilian Kiss. Oh my god, I love that drink. And that is amaretto mixed with Southern Comfort. And that is something that here I will still, maybe a couple times a year, have a glass or two of when we're doing a, not like a drinking party, but if we're gonna have a drink or two, I'll have that. Even my partner, and that is great with ginger ale. Love that drink. Now I kind of want some. Actually, I'm getting an idea. I might consider making sure I have both here for next Friday. Small, not a big ball or anything, just to have, a shot or two before I go out the door. I'll have to talk to my partner about that because he'll be driving. Be like, hey, can I have a drink before I go to the party? I might do that actually. Yeah. Because I think I know we have half of it here. I just gotta look around the house. Yeah, that's. Oh yeah, that was something. Yeah, that was something. Was it last? Yeah, last year. Oh my god, it was summer. We went out with our nephews, and we went, around Crawford. Was it Crawford? Yeah, we took the kids, the actual human kids, to Crawford, like plus Buddy and all that, and we had a really great time. And on our way back to their house, we stopped at a store that has liquor, and of course, um, yeah, that's a different story, Evelyn. So we stopped at the store that has groceries and liquor. Of course, my partner goes and comes out with the Southern Comfort amaretto. So we get back to the other house, and here, drink some. And because I was probably overexhausted from walking around a lot and dehydrated, I was like rolling on the floor like a mess, and we're all like, holy crap, that really hit you good. I'm like, yep. And that was a year ago last summer. Anyway, there's some entertainment level. So I'm pretty funny when I'm drunk. And you know how I get like this, psychology talking. I get like this when I'm drunk too. So it's like I'm an interesting party person. So anyway, yeah, there's some insight in my life. A lot of insight tonight. And then when I'm not talking about the llama in the basement. You mean the old llama that's gone? Yeah. I'm not going there on that topic right now. But that was pretty funny. That's private stories. All right. I'm going to declare it. After these 2 letters, I'm going to go. Okay? It's been fun. I'm going to miss doing these lengthy videos. So we're going to have to figure out a happy balance. Maybe once I settle in the new job, I'll probably figure out a better timing for this, I think. Once I get a routine more figured out, we'll work out a time range on when I'm going to jump on. Anyway, so Evelyn's been told she's an interesting party person when she drinks tequila. Yeah, no, I don't want to do tequila. Anyway, so there we go. All right, I'm going to go. Thank you, everyone. This was really fun. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Bye.